broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. It's Broadsgiving, everybody. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
And again, welcome to the show. Welcome to our podcast dinner table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who brought the wine?
I brought the wine.
Oh, nice.
Well, yes, we'll possibly all get drunk and not argue with each other. Because we won't be saying racist things. So
Yep.
nobody's
That we
gonna
know of.
drunk uncle tonight. I don't think. Is Scott Eric in here? In the chat? We're starting strong. We are live, as just mentioned. I see Ro is here. Janice is here. Mandy is here. Kayla is here. John is here. Who else? JP is here in the house. What?
Hey.
All right. Well, yeah, it's an honor to be spending Broadsgiving with you fine people.
It's true. You're gonna need
Yes,
a bigger
indeed.
table.
Yes.
We can only hope. That's what she said.
Yeah.
Anyways, ding. How have you ladies been?
Fine. Gearing up for them holiday.
I've been fine. I don't want to be overly dramatic, but I feel like I have a little bit been living in the post-apocalyptic climate change world.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of coughing earlier, which like I don't have a sore throat, but I feel like I have shit. I have climate change in my lungs. Anyway, so that's been kind of a bummer.
Yeah. Is it still pretty smoky? Has it gotten worse or better, the smoke?
It was like, so on Veterans Day weekend, it was really bad. And then over that week afterwards, it got better. And then just in time for last weekend, it like the wind shifted or something and it got way worse. In San Francisco, it was the worst air in the entire world at that point.
Wow.
Luckily for us, it wasn't quite as bad, but it was pretty terrible. And now it's been getting progressively better, but it's still, not perfect. And like, I feel like I literally felt really sick today, and it's 100% because of that. And this is really normal. Yeah.
I saw that the winds had made it all the way to New York City this morning.
Really? Oh, sorry.
So technically 2 broads have been affected by this now.
Wow.
Maybe that's why my eyes are so itchy.
Maybe.
I think Kayla might be talking in the chat about like the index of some sort, because she says, Shandy, I feel you, Shandy, it's been around 200 here. Finally got down to 180 today. It was over 300 in San Francisco.
Jesus fuck. Yeah, it's like the particles or whatever.
Ugh.
It's just terrible. And it's like it was really depressing. Like, I had a fun weekend and everything. I did some really cool things, but like there was just that like literally hanging over us all. And yeah, just like I had a headache for like a day and a half because of it. And then anyway, and then you don't want to leave home. And like coming from Montana, like I've dealt with fire season before. Although it's not something I remember from being a kid, but definitely like starting around when I was like 15 or 16. But it was, in the summer, and it was usually like we had a couple days of smoke, and then it got progressively worse like as the years went by. But still, it was like a summer phenomenon. And now it's November.
Yep. Rose says, Amanda, that her eyes have been itchy. I think she said her eyes have been itchy all day too. So
so then maybe it is that. I thought it was just because I ran out of Flonase this morning, and I was doing one of those like sniff, but like there's nothing happening. It's all just mind over matter.
Yeah.
So okay, so that's good to know.
Is it good to know though? Wouldn't you rather it just have been
No, I suppose not. But it's always nice to have a reason for a malady.
That's true. That's true. Cool.
Yeah, great. Climate change.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have enough rakes.
Right.
Hashtag raking America great again.
Yeah.
Hashtag making America rake again.
Rake America great again? No.
I like rake America great again, actually.
I was like halfway through. I'm like, I don't think this is grammatically correct, and it's throwing me.
Raking America great again.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be grammatically correct. It just has to be funny.
That's true. We're living in post-grammar, post-facts, post-climate change.
Right.
Post-office.
Yeah. Post-office. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think. There was something else. Oh, I was like, there's something else that the chat reminded me about, and that would be the latest iteration of the drinking game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So Kayla has updated the drinking game a little bit. Let me find it because, of course, I
did. I put it on the top of our outline.
Thank you.
You know, if you paid attention.
I did pay attention. I did. But I didn't want to stop looking at myself, so I didn't.
That's fair. That's fair. You've got a lovely lip shade going on today. I'm into it.
I was experimenting. I was like, how
Oh, very nice.
ridiculous and match my shirt.
Nice.
Anyway, so the drinking game is take a drink if, and I guess if we want to just trade off on reading these, feminist is mentioned. Shandy says fragile / toxic masculinity, which you did say before we started recording.
So, you know, everyone take a post drink. It's fine.
Yes.
The patriarchy is mentioned. Someone talks about what they're drinking. Everybody take a drink. We did talk about that.
Indirectly. We talked about drinking, not what we're drinking.
That's true.
But just so y'all get the point, I'm drinking a white wine that I plan on cooking with later. It's pretty good.
What's for dinner?
Oh, dinner already happened. I need to make my own gravy for Thanksgiving because, you know, #vegetarian life.
That's right.
And so it has enough time to cool down so I can travel with it tomorrow. I'm going to make some gravy after we're all done here.
Very cool.
Nice.
Try to get done at a reasonable hour for us, aka before 11. But we started on time tonight, which never happens.
That's true. We were right on time. But yeah, this is my pre-gravy.
Yeah, and if we record for an hour and 45 minutes, I'm probably going to cry myself to sleep. So.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun.
I'm kidding. Okay. Anybody else want to pick up?
Something Harry Potter is talked about?
Something Harry Potter will be talked about.
Oh, good. So, you know,
story.
Save a sip. I'm with hers is mentioned. Running or yoga is discussed. Someone mentions their cat or they make an appearance. That one already happened. The universe is mentioned. Amanda talks about public transportation. It's been pretty tame this week. Can't really complain too much. It's been kind of standard crappy. Someone says that's what she said. The fourth, Jay, or fifth, Matt, broadcaster, is mentioned. There is any kind of poop / potty training talk. We haven't had a good potty training update in a while.
That's
come to think of
because,
it.
knock on wood, we haven't pooped our pants in a long time.
Well, that's good.
I like
You're
how we're still
welcome,
using. Yeah, we're still using the first person plural.
Yeah.
Well, it's very near to my heart. But we had a bad. We were doing okay, and then we had a bad week, and they were like,
"Oh,
well, it was double digits within 5 days at school. It was not good."
Oh no, a little bit.
After we had traveled, and we thought maybe it threw him off. It was not good. I told him, like, listen, dude, because the teacher took me aside and he could hear it. That she was like, I might need to start wearing pull-ups again. Like, I know that you can't do that in this classroom, but like, you might need to do that. And see, now I could never run for political office because I overshare all these things. And lately, I've been like, watch what you say about your kids because they might want to run for office someday. All out there, so there's not really that much to dig up on them when they're not.
You know what?
No.
Kids need good role models. Like he'll just show that what he's overcome to be the great leader that he'll become.
His own mind.
His own mind. You know, we're our own worst adversary.
That's true. Anyway, so yes, so you know that she and I was so upset for him, and like I cried on the way home, and I told him, I was like, all you had to do was just like, I don't know why, but you're gonna have to want you to start doing this. And it was a Wednesday, and we came up with, okay, you can give it to us tomorrow. If you have an accident tomorrow, then you're gonna have to wear the pull-ups, but we'll give you one more chance. And then he did it fine on that Thursday, and then that Friday he did fine too. And since that moment, he has not pooped his pants.
Wow. So that was like a good like come to Jesus moment.
Yeah, it
Maybe
was.
it's a real turning point for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm sorry we had to get to that, but yeah. So everybody take a drink, and I think that we can hopefully put the potty training topic to rest for the next 2 years. And if I'm talking about it in the next 4 years, kill me, because that means I have spent another 4 years wiping an ass.
So now here's a question. Does the drink volume depend on the volume of or the length of time that we talk about the thing?
No,
that was a good couple minutes. So should that be a couple of sips?
Nah, I think it's a school night. If you're listening to this on a Friday or a Saturday, then you can feel free to make your own kind of music. But
hey, it's not school night for me. I took tomorrow off of work.
Oh, fair enough.
Nicely done.
Only because I have vacation days to burn. So like this is like the best worst problem to have in the world. Like we get so many vacation days where I work, like an absurd amount of vacation days.
Man.
And we're allowed to carry over 10. So I thought I had gotten myself down to my 10 vacation days, because they also give us outside of the vacation days between Christmas and New Year's. Like they just give us those. We go dark. The whole company closes down.
Love that. We did that last. It was great.
Yeah. So it's fantastic. So you don't have to like save up your vacation days.
Yeah.
But like it comes to like this time of year where people just take off all these random freaking days because they're all trying to spend down their days so they can carry.
That's wonderful.
It's good and it's bad because it makes it very hard to get anything done. And then it's like someone like me who like, this is my busiest time of year. So it was like, I can take tomorrow off, even though I shouldn't because I have a lot of things to do. But like, I can't take time off in December. Like I have too much to do. It's too much of a burden to like not be there. I need them days.
Man. Take the day.
But
we can carry over 240 hours into the next year. But I, for the life of me, do not understand how anyone ever has... Then beyond 240 hours, you have like use or lose. And so that's when people are in that situation. But I do not understand how they get there.
I get, I think, 17 days a year because you accrue up, and I've been there for 6.5 years at this point. And so it's 17 days. So what does that end up being? Like three actual like Monday through Fridays and like 2 random days, I think it is. But I have literally never had a problem by like using
them all. Yeah.
But Lori reminded me that I did talk about, and hi Lori in the chat. We did not say hi to you before. I did talk about the Cooperstown blowout. So
that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh, should we get back to the drinking game?
Yeah,
we never
purposely telling stories to make people drink. That is not going to help with
Is there one about tangents? Because I feel like there should be.
Well, they don't hear a lot of our tangents because they have been saved for the future blooper show, which will be out the week before Christmas. We have decided we'll get to that later too.
Hooray!
Hooray! Okay.
Do you want to keep reading? Or do you want me to keep going?
I can do it. Someone mentions their cat, or they make an appearance, which has happened in the universe. We said that. What are we up to? Poop.
We are up to Shandy talks about France / anything French is related.
Woohoo! Astrid talks / is mentioned.
Colleen says good times.
Robot Shandy makes an appearance. Chug. Well, I read the That's what she says. Well, Shandy rants about Republicans. Colleen talks about how much sleep she's gotten. Or a child makes an appearance, aka Zach or Alex. Neither of them are making an appearance tonight.
Nice. So that means that you're chugging the entire time, the conversation. So that does get back to my question earlier.
Yes.
You'd
So
be chugging it during the length of the conversation.
but
So
just that portion.
just that portion, exactly.
And then we have finish your drink if the fourth or fifth broadcaster makes an appearance or Andy loses his virginity. This deserves a 6-pack to be finished.
Yep.
I like it.
Me too. So, all right. Back
Good
to the
times.
show. Good times, good times. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
I am going to my parents' house, the cat and I. So that's also part of why I took the day off tomorrow,
nice.
because we get a half day the day before a holiday, and it's like until the day that you can bring your pet to work, it's too much of a burden to like leave my office to come back to Brooklyn to like pick up my stuff and the cat to go essentially back to where I was to go to the train station and head out.
Right.
So just took the damn day.
Cool. We're staying down.
Nice.
Nice. Are you hosting or are you going?
We are not hosting. We offered to host, but we are not. And then we're doing a little thing on Saturday, going to see Hamilton.
Oh, right.
Oh, I missed that. You ended up getting tickets.
Yeah, you commented on it.
I don't remember what I did 20 minutes ago. I can't be responsible for what I said like a day. Right? It was at least a day ago, right?
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna go because it was all resale tickets at this point, and it's like the touring. So everything is me crazy because it's a limited time that they're in town, and I kept refreshing, and I was like, well, we can only do a matinee because we've got the kids, and my thought was a matinee, and my best bet is everybody leaves town in Raleigh for holidays. Like nobody's ever here. So my best bet was one of the two matinees on Saturday or Sunday during this time. And I was watching and I saw, the prices kind of start to dip. And I figured that people that had season tickets maybe, had tried to sell them for a lot, but then because,
yeah.
This was my theory. Maybe that's why they kind of got lowered is, and then it just became all right, I got to get rid of these because I'm, whatever. But I got them for a pretty decent deal. It's somewhat like back of the mezzanine kind of level. I don't think it's balcony. It's like middle. I'm excited though. I was trying to get Jay to listen to the soundtrack, and he was like, I don't want to listen. I want to go in completely blind and not know it. And I was like, that's not how you listen. That's not how you go to a musical.
Right. And especially when like that, where there isn't a ton of dialogue, it's pretty much all music. So like you really do need to have some familiarity with the score. Just otherwise you're just going to miss plot points because you just are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my feelings too. Like I can't imagine going into like maybe Phantom. I could be like, well, there's a lot of boring opera shit like in the middle.
So Phantom is objectively terrible. I'm sorry, I said it. It had to be said.
Oh, I love that last sequence in Phantom. But yes, anyway, but I can't imagine going into like Les Mis or another one that is primarily,
Yeah. It helps to have some sense of the music and so you can hear the words better.
Yes.
So you tell the fourth of Broad that he should at least give it a listen.
Yes. Rose says it's better to know the songs for Hamilton. JP says East Coasters, when Beetlejuice the musical comes to Broadway, it's worth seeing. Saw it in DC over the weekend and it was a blast. Good to know. John.
Oh yeah, JP told me. I would like to go. Sorry, go ahead.
John and Janie have joined us in the chat. So this is exciting. Chat just keeps growing and growing.
That's what Kitty
said. Pulling up chairs to the table.
Pull up a chair, but
pull up a chair past the potatoes.
Oh, Matt, the sixth of Broad has made an appearance in the chat. So
indeed.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool. Okay. Shandy, anything going on with you?
I'm going to my friend's parents' house. The place I usually go, they're not actually doing Thanksgiving this year, but then my friend's parents they invited us for Thanksgiving, so we're going to hang out with them, and then we're going to hang out with another friend. Her brother has always talked about us going out and visiting them, and they live kind of like in the same area, so we're like, well, that's a perfect time. So
nice.
It'll be a different Thanksgiving with different friends, but we're still leaving for the weekend, and yeah, should be really fun.
Nice. So, but will there be less pies? How many pies will there be?
I will report back. I do not know. Okay. And I did not feel like I could ask, but yes,
you better
we'll see.
Bring one just to be safe. You are used to a certain level of living.
Yeah. It's almost, I'm used to like a 1-to-1 pie to human ratio. So yeah, you better place your order.
Mm-hmm. My boss gave us pies today as a Thanksgiving kind of like gift. So there's a organization in town that does a fundraiser every year. They raise money for I guess, I don't know. They raise money for something. I should have probably looked that
someone up. Or something that needs money.
Yes. They have local bakeries and organizations make pies and donate to them, and then they sell the pies, to raise money for their cause. And it's a surprise. Like, you pick the pie, and then you open it, you find out where it came from, and apparently it's like a big deal.
That is so fun.
It is fun.
That does add a whole other layer to it.
Yeah, but I had no idea until my boss got in, and then they'd been sitting there for like a half an hour, and she's like, "Okay, guys, I'm dying to know. Can you all open your pies?" And then she just walked them all to see where they all came from.
Oh my gosh. I feel like I need to hold on to that and steal that idea for the next time I come across someone in need of a fundraiser.
Exactly. Mike has joined the chat from a tour bus in Disney. And he says, didn't do nothing for life. Hashtag the Donald Trump story. But any pies?
It is our anniversary of Dindu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think they'll show up.
I hope.
If we say the name 3 times, maybe.
Dindu. Didn't do my Johnson.
Did it work? Did it work?
I don't know, but I want to call it. All right.
Oh my god.
Oh, so I saw Fantastic Beasts this weekend. Did anybody else see it?
No, I still haven't seen the first one.
Okay. Then we will not talk
about
it. But let me give you a spoiler. There ain't a lot to talk about.
I heard it was the opposite, that there was like too much going on.
Yeah, there was. That's why you don't know what to even talk about, because there was so much. I won't say anymore, but I do not like what they did with a lot of the characters in general, but they were like 3 main female characters, and I hated the storylines for all 3 of them. But Zoe Kravitz is in it, and she's just as beautiful as ever.
Oh. I acted in a thing that she acted in too.
Cool. You did.
Yeah. The professional actress in our midst. We know.
And Rachel is actually on here. And yes, I think it's for Step Up Ministry or Alliance or whatever. So yes, that is what it is. So I'm glad that somebody else in Raleigh that knows what I'm talking about.
Nice. Oh, what kind of pie did you get?
Oh, I got a pumpkin. So it was pecan, pumpkin, chocolate, and another one. And we had to like put our orders in. She sent us like the link to the website. And I looked and I was like, well, I'm always down for some pumpkin pie with ice cream.
It's true.
I'm always down for anything with ice cream.
That is also true.
That's fair. But I would say, again, going back to the raisins, JP asks, any pies with raisins? Definitely not. But if you have the choice of chocolate, you go with chocolate. No, chocolate pie? That sounds amazing.
Chocolate pie is good, but I feel like Thanksgiving is like the one time of year where like pumpkin pie makes the most sense. It is like
pie.
Chocolate cheese pie?
Yes, pie.
Oh.
Which pie?
Like chocolate chess pie? Oh, it's
I don't know.
Chocolate chess pie?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat explained again. I don't know. It's like a pie. You order it as a dessert, like from a menu, and they're like, "Do you want the chocolate chess pie?" Is that not a thing?
What is in it other than chocolate? Is it like a mousse? Is it a pudding?
It's like a chocolate with like a vanilla tube, but not really. I don't
Tube?
know. It's a Southern thing. Jay just got on and said it's a Southern thing. Okay, so it is a thing. They keep thinking chocolate chest pie.
I did too.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
I was picturing something very different.
So, I'm just gonna. It's like a brownie and a pie. There we go.
That sounds good.
Says
cool.
Pecan pie for the win.
Nice.
When you have the option of chocolate, again, go with chocolate.
Yeah,
have you ever had a chocolate pecan pie? I feel like all the Southern people just fainted because I feel like that's not a thing, but it's very good.
I'm not super crazy about pecans.
Oh, I don't mind
pecans.
Throw enough
yeah, I feel like it's pecan as the nut, but when it's a pie, pecan pie sounds stupid, so it's pecan
pie. Yeah. Pecan pie. I feel like I've had this conversation before.
We have every year that we've done Broadsgiving.
Okay. Have I ever figured out how I say it? Listen to the tape.
We'll just have to ask you in 10 minutes to.
I think you always
list every nut you can think of, and we'll see.
Pecan. Yeah.
What's your least favorite nut? Go.
I feel like we got a drink to that.
Got Eric in the chat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna ride that one out.
That was a solid burn.
But I know all my homies in the chat aren't gonna tell him about it.
He's got to listen to the podcast.
Oh. JP says, I like any pie done by Jana. Argument closed. I'll give you that. If Jana made pecan pie, would you try it?
I would try it, but I feel kind of like pecans it's kind of like raisins. Like they get in your way. Your mouth's like, what's going on here? Well, the only way that chunks are good is if they also taste like chocolate.
Okay. All right.
Sweet potato recipe that I put them in. It's very, very yummy.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm just going to keep plowing through, guys. I'm just going to keep going.
That's what he said.
Zach's class had a pie party the other day, and first they performed for us, and they sang these two little songs in Spanish about like falling leaves and like apple trees or something. I don't know, but it was super cute because like they did dances to them, and then we all ate pie, and they had sweet potato pie there, and I enjoy sweet potato pie.
That feels more savory to me than that feels like a dessert. But I also thought that you said they were going to sing a song about pies, and I got really excited.
No, it was about leaves and stuffs. Oh, and Rose said apple pie, which is actually what I was going to follow up with, which was after trying all of the pies the other day at the pie party, I realized that my favorite still is good old apple pie. Because
It's a classic.
I even tried cherry pie the other day.
Ooh.
I like cherry pie.
I was there.
I could like cherry pie.
I think it was.
It's very sugary, though, the cherry pie. It's like very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I think I barely got a little because I took a little taste when nobody was looking. Like I like put a little bit on my plate while like the other parents weren't looking because I didn't want to be judged as like that mom that's eating all the pies.
Living your best life, you mean?
Living my best pie life.
Yeah. What was your pie to person ratio? It's normal. You got it.
Right. That's why they have so many. It's so that you can try all of them.
I just learned what getting ratioed means, by the way, on Twitter.
And what would that be?
I wasn't going to be the last one to know.
Of course not. I know nothing. I don't even know what I said to you 2 days ago. We established this.
You said, good job getting the tickets. You're going to love the show.
Oh, good. At least I was nice about it.
All right. So,
what is getting ratioed?
Okay, so getting ratioed is when you say a tweet and then it's all of the not good because more people reply to you then either retweet it or like heart it. So let's just say somebody's showering. That's like Robot Shandy, everybody. That gets taken out a lot too. You might hear it on the blooper show that's coming out on December 18th.
Check your local listings.
So let's just say I tweeted the Ramblecast is better than the broadcast. And rather than a whole bunch of people agreeing with me that the Ramblecast was better than the broadcast by retweeting it or hearting it, they all replied instead. And with,
they're like, obviously it's the other way around.
Yeah, obviously you're mistaken.
Yeah. So apparently getting ratioed is a thing, and it happened to Sarah Palin today because she made fun of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, which I really got to learn how to say fast.
We need to initial her.
We got to AOC her. We're gonna see.
Yep, AOC.
Because when I read it on the comments on the places online, they AOC her, and that's what we're gonna start to do. Yeah, like she made fun of her for something, and then like she got ratioed. So I
Sarah Palin learned just to stop.
I know Sarah Palin, who thought that the vice president was, what did she say that he was in charge of, or she thought that.
Lord knows.
Said something, and it was totally wrong, and it was like, "Chick, you're running."
I don't know. Protecting our northern border from bears. I don't know.
Okay. Let's get on with the show. Rose said, love that ratio of Palin. Somebody said, hi, Brian. Brian's here!
Yes. Oh, Brian's here.
OMG, this is great. Brian, next week, we are going to record with you an In the Dark review.
Oh, we are?
We are. I just decided it right now.
Okay, great.
All right. Live, so it has to happen.
I'm going to have to go re-listen so that I remember.
Yes.
But it's a fun listen.
It'll be right. It'll be a good re-listen.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, let's get on with the show because we have a couple of things that we have to do before 10 o'clock. We are going to go straight to a voicemail that has been requested that we play early, and then we'll, I guess, I don't know. We'll take
it from there.
All right, I just have to pull it. I have to pull it up, but it's already pulled up. So here we go. Okay, guys, I pressed play before. Here we go.
Hey, Amanda, Shandy, and Colleen. It's Maggie. I'm calling with a dating disaster that I haven't told you about yet. So I was talking to this guy, and we made plans for a Saturday, and then he canceled because he was sick. And I was like, okay, that's sucky. And then we scheduled.
Hey, Amanda, Colleen, and Shandy. It's JP from New Jersey. I just wanted to call in and share a story with you.
And so then it gets to be, we rescheduled for Thursday. He says he's feeling better. Or he was, and then all of a sudden, on Thursday, he gets sick again.
Wait, who's this?
Wait, what are you doing? What? Who's this?
JP.
What are you doing on my phone call?
What are you doing on my call?
This is my call to the broadcast.
No, I called in. I had a story.
No, I had a story.
I had a story about somebody canceling me on a Saturday. What was your story?
My story was somebody canceling me on a Saturday and a Thursday.
Why are you stealing my material?
Why is dating so hard?
This is ridiculous. This is so cool, though. How did our lines get crossed?
I have no idea.
Oh, my God. What a small world.
It's not like we just had dinner or something.
No, not at all. Not at all. It must be the universe. That's a shame.
Bye. Bye.
Sorry.
I kind of love when you look at the chat transcript here. It says,
God, I can't even imagine.
What do you do want to this straight? My phone call, ? Tell me, what are you doing, Michael? This is Michael McDonald. Andrew Strong, my service.
Nice.
So Michael
Good
and
job, Google.
this year's didn't do, and my Johnson.
Right. So I listened to that in advance, as I usually do, and I literally had a moment where I was like, what? Like, what happened with my phone? So they totally got me.
Oh my god,
For real.
Yeah, that's really.
that's
It's
awesome.
good.
Yeah, that was really fun.
All right, so I was telling you guys about an article that I didn't know if I was going to save it for next week or this week or what to do. And I will let you guys decide if you want to hear this today or if you want to hear this next week. And this was sent to me from Jessica. The headline is, all right, everybody, this is where we start to use some naughty words. Risky words.
Risky words.
Woman sues Samsung for $1.8 million after cell phone gets stuck inside of her vagina.
Oh,
Get it, girl.
Oh, no. It's not one of those stories. What? It's not. Whatever. But I mean, it's pretty dumb. Okay.
Oh,
An
dear.
Albuquerque woman is suing Samsung for $1.8 million after she necessitated medical attention after inserting her cell phone inside of her vagina and was unable to retrieve it for 96 hours.
How is that possible?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I know. You'd think she would have at least peed it out at some point. Not peed it out, but just the force of like peeing and
Just
pooping.
it would loosen it.
Yeah.
Is it like one of like those old tiny cell phones? Because this is.
Well, that's what Jay said too, but it does not say. So Salma is 39 years old. She claims that her medical bills, which is also ridiculous, amounted to $1.168 million. And she has suffered from severe psychological distress because of the whole ordeal.
I mean, like, I know this is America and things are fucked up in the medical field. But yeah, that does seem, that seems expensive even for
really
us.
Well,
yeah.
So I've actually read this, which is why I'm not even fumbling through it. Do you know why she put the cell phone up her vag?
Because she didn't want to buy a vibrator?
No.
No, I think that was the obvious answer.
Yeah.
It's probably something way dumber.
Way dumber. She first inserted the cell phone inside of her vagina as a dare from one of her friends.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
Huh.
And then quickly realized that the phone would not come out, but still waited 96 hours to get medical attention.
Because she was embarrassed or because she thought it would just come out on its own?
She said, I wanted to see how it would feel to put my cell phone on vibration mode inside of me just for fun, but it turned out to be a nightmare.
So I was right.
Well, it kind of contradicts.
Well, it seemed like that was a secondary.
Yes.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Where she must have wanted to do it, and then her friend said, well, I dare you to do it. And then she was like, sure.
Making the best of a bad situation.
Yes.
And how do you turn it to vibrate when it's inside you?
I would assume she put it on vibrate first.
Or depending on what way what direction it was going.
Yeah, but to turn it on vibrate, you got to turn it to the side. So, like, you would think that she would, been able to, like, leave a little bit of space, and that would be enough space to still pull it out.
You would think, but I don't know. Some people got, like, clunky fingers.
Should have done it the other way and attached, like, the cord to it so she could pull it out like a tampon.
Right.
Exactly. Be smart, people.
Like an anchor.
Exactly.
Anyway, she says that Samsung is definitely at fault here as they offer no warning about the dangers and potential risks during the insertion of their products into their clients' male or female body cavities or genitals.
Because they should not have to.
Like, this product is not meant for human consumption or to be inserted into any other orifices.
Yeah. Keep it out of the holes. All of them.
This product is not meant to be put inside the human body
Anything.
in any way, shape, or form.
Anything.
Well,
or anybody.
Maybe a bowl of rice if you have dropped it in a body of liquid. But that's the only thing.
Hey, I have dropped a phone in a toilet fully immersed, and because it's waterproof except for like right here. There was literally nothing that happened to it.
Nice.
I know, right? Okay. Anyway, so they ended up having to do a C-section on her to get it out.
What? No.
No.
This is fake. This is fake news.
This can't be real. Like
Those
that
things don't connect. Like there is a stopping point inside the vagina.
Right.
Phones cannot go past.
Means she shoved it into her uterus, and that just it does not make sense.
Hold, please.
Let's consult a medical journal here.
Because really, and I don't understand how she wouldn't be able to get it out by herself, because I could understand how it might be uncomfortable or even painful, super weird or whatever. But like,
more than a fucking baby.
What goes in can, you know, what you can put in can you can get out.
Yeah. Well, and your body is made for the baby to go out that way, not a cell phone.
Oh yes, no. It is a cesarean section. It said she was forced to undergo a cesarean section to remove the cell phone because of the atypical shape of her pelvis, and she had no insurance at the time. And apparently, it costs $1.168 million if you don't have insurance to do a C-section, which sounds kind of odd to me because somebody that didn't have insurance that had to have a kid that way surely would have made a big deal about this beforehand.
Or just gone bankrupt.
Right.
Like we do.
This whole thing seems super suspect.
Somebody would have. Regardless. Well, she has to have like C-section scars. And yes, that is a thing because, you know, the baby gets created through the vagina hole, like the cell phone went in and then gets into the uterus and then they remove it. So that makes total sense that the cell phone pod, can you imagine like how uncomfortable it must have been to walk with like a cell phone jiggling around down in there?
But would it be jiggling? It'd be like lodged.
Yeah.
It'd more just be like you.
I don't think she would be able to walk.
Jiggling lodged thing. Comfortable.
I think it would be more like, you know, the first time you try to put in a tampon.
Yeah.
Times, you know, times like 10, but like.
And just to add to this.
Not jiggly.
Just to add to the Darwin Awards that is this article. Apple faced a similar lawsuit in 2014 after a man had attempted to swallow 14 iPhones and ended up in the emergency room for mercury poisoning.
Why?
Apple was eventually forced to legally specify that their products were not fit for human consumption, and the man was conceded an undisclosed amount of money.
Seriously, that's probably why he did it.
Yeah. He could have died.
Yeah.
Died, but you know, at least he would have gotten that sweet, sweet Apple money.
Truth. It looks like Gott has entered the chat room.
Oh, hello.
Yes, and there's a lot of comments on here. I'm sorry that I wasn't following along with the chat as I revealed more and more of this story. Gott, I have not pulled out the tequila yet. I will soon.
JP says that the sick part is that she still had a Zach Morris portable phone.
Well, Brian said the Galaxy phones are pretty darn big, much bigger than a kidney stone. Rose says, you know how a guy feels a cringe when someone gets kicked in the nuts? That's how I feel hearing this story.
Mm-hmm.
And Ro can't even drink tonight because I think it is a school night for her.
Yes, and she gets up at like the crack of dawn. She asked if we could do a live show sometime on the weekend so that she can drink, and I support that.
Yeah, we could do that. I think that there is a plan to do a Patron's Choice live for the sometime in December, and Shandy definitely knows what I'm talking about. I don't know if Amanda does, but it's a surprise, so I can't say much more.
Probably not, because you probably told me, and I probably forgot.
I think Jay is up there listening, going like, "What is she talking about?" But you were also a part of this conversation twice, so
I forgot.
Oh. Well, I will tell you later. Not on air.
I have an idea of what it might be.
And what you're thinking is probably what it is.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, I know. You have said this every time we've talked about it. I love this idea.
I have been a longtime supporter of this idea.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So it's not trivia then.
It's not trivia.
Not trivia.
Only 4.6 million other things you could possibly be.
All right, so the chat had some fun with this story. Janie asked, why was it up there? Rose said to take a picture. She didn't have insurance. She wanted her own ultrasound. But Matt said, better reception. John says, can you hear me now? And Brian also said, yank on the umbilical cord to get it out. Yeah, like a tampon string. That's what I'm saying, dude. And then Janie says, this does not surprise me in Trump's America. JP wanted to know if the Bluetooth still works. Brian wanted to know if the woman was from Florida. Hey, a question like that would get you banned in PO, Brian, okay? We don't make fun of Florida anymore in there. Sorry, Dennis, just a joke. Samsung is now #1 on the Christmas list for jail contraband enthusiasts. Well, that was my first thought when I first got it, and I was reading it before, and I said to Jay, I was like, was she in prison or something? The Samsung was breached. That's why it wouldn't come out. Oh, anyway, okay. JP is out. Bye-bye, JP. Gott said #Florida man. Oh, my God. You're like not even a real Florida man. You've only been there for a couple of years.
Huh.
All right. Moving on. On with the show. We have a second assault update. Amanda, did you want to read that one?
Sure. Hold on. Let me go find it.
I thought to myself, should I actually put the contents of this email?
Always without a doubt.
Oh, it's not.
Gets cut out.
I believe they won another audience award from an LA screening, which I believe that was the one that was at the big Chinese theater. So that must have been really freaking cool.
So it was the second assault screening in Tucson at the Loft Film Festival, and on the University of Arizona, where Jillian went to school on their campus.
Oh, right. And local news did a piece about her.
Cool.
Which I watched, and it was very good.
Very, very cool.
But yeah, that's where Jillian went to school. So I think it was probably really, really exciting to
yes,
get to bring that film to that place.
Especially as currently they're trying to destroy
Title
survivors' rights. Right. And
right.
Yeah. It's nice to see that not everyone is a terrible rape supporter.
Right.
Yeah, they actually went back and interviewed the police officer that originally took her statement.
He's actually in the film, and he was at the screening.
And I think that's so cool that he's been so open to being a part of it.
Yeah.
And righting a wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and to continue on the not everyone, the fact that this particular precinct, the things that they have done in the time since to correct their behavior and how they treat rape cases now.
Yeah.
It's yes, there's a large dumpster fire, but there's some nice stuff that's sort of springing up around too, and we should celebrate those things.
Yes. Oh my God, which is why artists are just so important in general, also to bringing us sanity. It's great.
Yep. We love our girls.
The Chinese theater screening is in Los Angeles on November 29th. And this better be out before then. So if you are in the LA area, November 29th, 7 p.m. at the Chinese Theater in Los Angeles.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys? I can't remember if I mentioned it on the air or even in our chat, but did I tell you that I figured out that Jillian's friends and I think fairly decent friends with somebody that I went to college with?
Oh, no way.
You told us that. Yeah.
It's just so random. What a small world.
Yes.
I don't remember this. So who was this person?
So it's a person I went to college with in France too. So it's like, it's like geographically like very far removed, who now lives in LA, and she's just like this badass yoga, amazing yogi person. So there's our yoga mention. You can all drink. And so anyway, I follow her on Instagram, and she, like, one of her stories a while ago was like the two of them out like with other friends. And I was like, wait, like, because I followed Julie.
Kind of stuff. Yeah,
like, I know that handle. What?
Yep.
Like the universe has put us all together.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That actually happened to me the other day. That the top class that I go to, one of the instructors like happened to be friends with a girl from work, and they like posted a picture, and it was like, what? How?
Random.
Right.
Love it.
The universe. The universe.
Yes, brings the amazing people together.
Indeed it does.
All right. Do we want to get into let's do some feedback, and then Shandy, I still have that thing that you sent me, and that's really fun. So I think that should entice people to stick around.
Okay.
All right. Just, that's all I'm going to say. All right. We have in the outline talk about Sabrina. So I started to watch it, and then Jay was like, there's a new British Bake Off. And I was like,
yes, okay. There is. Not only that.
I'm not watching anything.
Not only that, there is a season of Great British Baking on Netflix that's with the original cast. That's new.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yep. You're welcome. Sorry, we're never getting to Sabrina now.
No. We are going to do Sabrina. Gott says, Gott wasn't here for the drinking game rules before. He says, I'm supposed to wait to drink? What manner of people is this? You drink away.
Yeah.
All right.
Mandy says that Sabrina scared the crap out of her, and she's only watched the first episode. And she like snapped me while she was watching it, because she was like, holy shit, this is really scary. I thought you didn't do scary. And it is kind of scary, but I made it through. So Mandy, so can you, I promise. Also, Mandy, remember like exactly a year ago when we met in person? Hey.
Oh my God.
It's like today or yesterday or something, but in these days.
Yeah. Also, we need to figure out, Amanda, and I don't know if Shandy, if you were in or not, if we're still doing that thing in Nashville.
Oh, right.
Podcast conference. Because I would love to do that.
Yeah, I'm interested.
It's right after I see Paul McCartney. That's all. I think it's like 1st and June 1st and 2nd or something like that.
Okay.
I will have to see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have to see too, because we're also going to go see Ghostbusters, the Ghostbuster convention in LA the following week, and then we have Zach's birthday party. I don't know. It's going to be crazy, but I had barely traveled at all this year, and I'm getting kind of itchy, so I'm excited. Okay, farting in your facey back, guys. Also, Brian said Sabrina's awesome, so dark and fun. And then they're talking about Hill House, and I know Jay wanted to watch that too. I don't know. It's got to get in line after Sabrina. Okay, farting in your face back. Rose says, "You're welcome," and that would be. That let us figure out that Wikipedia allows penises. Tip and all. Matt says, always like it when you get it up early. Greg says, this was because I had said that it was a quick and easy edit, and I got it out early. Gregory says, nothing like getting it out quick and easy. Randy said, cinnamon raisin bagels are by far the best bagel. A distant second be blueberry. Sometimes I can't believe what I hear on this podcast.
Blueberry I can do for a muffin.
Actually, I could do blueberry over cinnamon raisin bagels. Just
anything over cinnamon raisin.
Yeah. And actually, one of the positive things that happened was that Rachel, who's in the chat, sent me an email and gave me the name of a good breakfast catering place in case we ever did need to switch it up. And I looked at their menu and I'm kind of like, ooh, this might be good. And I always
Nice.
love food. Anytime anybody's like, I'm going to lunch, I'm like, where are you going?
What are
Like,
you getting?
tell me slowly. Especially over the summer when I was, like the Weight Watchers adjacent. And I was like, I'm going to eat my tuna, but please tell me where you're going to eat. Oh, a Mexican. What are you going to eat? Like,
If I pretend hard enough, the tuna will taste better.
yeah,
It will
well,
taste like an enchilada,
exactly.
like nachos.
Like a quesadilla. Dennis says I put a handful of raisins in my bowl of Wheaties every morning. Delicious. I could see that. I like Raisin Bran, so I could see that. And then John said, I hate raisins as well.
Thank you, John.
Yep. Offensive.
Randy says, I wonder what the R in Gorp is. What is it?
What is what?
Sometimes like when I move these comments, like copy paste.
Oh, trail mix. It's trail mix.
Ah, okay.
It's trail mix.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I don't understand them, I just assume that you guys do.
I
and
know.
it just went over my head, or I forgot we talked about it, or I just am not.
No, I know. I actually knew this. Good old raisins and peanuts. So it's trail mix, and that's what the R is in Gorp. I totally did know that, actually.
You know what? I can handle raisins and trail mix. I will give you that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I don't like them anywhere.
Mike said I had some other haikus, but they were too mean, and I'm a nice person. I call shenanigans on that because you are definitely not a nice person, but okay. I think you just couldn't think of them. Just kidding. And then we'll finish with hashtag Matt's what she says. Does anybody want to tag team these with me? That's what she said.
That's what she said. Sure.
Okay.
We crossed the 30-second threshold. We're done.
We should have had someone else take it.
I swear they're in here.
I'm the one that gets the stuff.
I gotta get all of this out.
Oh, girl, get on it.
I did go off at 4 a.m. It did.
It did.
It did go off at 4 a.m.
Jay has done it again.
Glad that you were reading that one and not me. Just be happy that at least it's happening now.
It felt like we had more time.
Always.
He was so into it. He wanted Amanda and I to watch it.
What was that even in relation to?
That was
it was Zachary.
Watch the
Charlie Brown,
which he tried to make me watch tonight, and I just straight up was like, "No, Zach, we're not watching it." Just call him Louis C.K. I felt like I saw enough of it.
We will wait in eager anticipation.
Shandy's first, then Amanda, then me.
There's so much to unpack.
All right. Let's check in with the chap.
With chapstick.
With the chaps in the chat. We're trying to say guys less, so let's check in with you chaps in the chat. Did you see, Brian said, you see the Dart fart gate? Yes, I saw that there was an actual real life fart gate.
What?
Dart, yeah. Oh my God. Brian, if you can post a link in the chat, that would be like super helpful, and I'll come back to it because I totally did see that. Was that you who sent it to me? Maybe that's how I saw it, but I did see it. Brian said cinnamon raisin is the demon offspring of fruitcake.
That is true.
Mr. Mandy called and is very confused on how I am watching a podcast on the TV.
That's very confusing.
Yeah.
I just want one of these days somebody to tell me that they're watching me from Alexa, or for me to tell Alexa to play me in the background. I need to figure out how that is a thing to make that happen. And then Janie said, or Mandy and Janie both said that we look so pretty in HD and we're just beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you.
thanks.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. I am also blushing.
Brian agrees ×4.
×4.
Oh,
And Kayla says that we are bootyful. Agreed.
stop it, guys.
So back to the feedback, though. Speaking of Mike, he had an email that was titled. Actually, no, Mandy's in the chat. Let's do Mandy's email first. He says, "Gross. This can't be real." Does anybody want to? Do you want me to take one for the team, and I'll just read it because I already read it about the vag thing today.
Sure, go ahead.
It's on theme.
Teens are now getting drunk on boiled tampon juice.
Ugh, stop. I cannot.
That's exactly what it sounds like, guys. Gross.
And then I would just like to point out that the picture kind of looks like a drink, like maybe a Cosmo or something
With tampon.
Yeah.
with a tampon in it. But like, I don't feel like that should look so much like a Cosmo.
Yeah, I don't think it would be quite so, yeah.
Whoa. Sorry. So this is from the New York Post. And here's our tangent. I'm looking at the top because it's like the Post. They, the Post. Got nothing else to say other than grew up on their editorials. That's all I'll say. But it says recommended on the top. Penis-shaped owl statue sparks protest in Serbia. Aging vaginas are being neglected, study says. And then a whole bunch of other things that are typical New York Post headlines that I don't even want to go into. So moving away from the really gross other things, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with this. I just got I saw the word vagina on the screen and I was like, huh, that's funny. People just do this to me.
It just knows you.
And this actually is like totally not on brand because we're supposed to be talking about Broadsgiving.
Oh,
Okay.
The broads, technically, there are broads that are giving them the ingredients for this really disgusting.
I hope they're getting paid for this.
Yeah, but in typical Post fashion, because they do have the best headlines and puns, police have already arrested several minors caught making this menstrual pad moonshine.
Oh, no. No.
That was so disgusting. I would totally advocate for an episode title. All right, moving on. Thanks, Sandy. That's gross. It makes me really miss the days of swallowing Tide Pods.
Yep. This is what we've come to.
All right. We have an email from Mike. I nominate Amanda.
All right. Aptly named Broadsgiving. Happy Broadsgiving, ladies. Happy Broadsgiving to you. I wanted to bring some female-driven media to celebrate this fine holiday. First, this episode of Basic Black about the midterms with 4 Black women who either won an election this year or last. It gave great perspective on the most reliable progressive voters and why they shouldn't just fall in line and not question the Democratic Party. All of them built their campaigns from the ground up with little or no support from the party. It's nice to hear from the people who are actually doing the groundwork for progress and not the usual cable news talking head garbage. And bonus, it's from public television. Woo! Oh yeah, from WGBH out of Boston.
I will post the link in the show notes.
Yes. The second thing is from Trail Sisters, a great organization promoting trail running for women and addressing the issues that come along with it. This piece was pertinent for me because I happened to be listening happened to be listening to the talk where the incident happened. And recently I've been doing long trail runs with my friend Erin as she trains for her first 50K. Oh, that's so many Ks. Due to her concerns about running desolate trails solo.
I said one might even say 50 Ks.
Right, 50 Ks. So many Ks. That safety concern is something I've been aware of, but when you actually go out with someone and get to discuss it for hours and hours of trails, it does give more perspective and understanding. Oh, and TS is starting a podcast in 2019 and might be great to have the creator on. Awesome. And there's a link to that as well. Thanks for hours of fun and informative listening.
You're
Awesome.
welcome. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, and thanks for the suggestions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah. No, that's true. And I feel like, not that I am around woods often, but I don't run alone in places that aren't highly populated for all the obvious reasons. So it's like, it's interesting.
I haven't gone running since daylight savings time ended.
Oh, because of the time that it gets darker earlier.
Right. That too. And I don't go running in the dark by myself either.
Because it's dark by the time that I get home, and then also because then the smoke rolled in and I can't run also. But like, yeah, and it makes me really angry.
I have a pair of headlights to put around your head for running that Jack had randomly given me like maybe like 6 or 7 years ago, but I still have them.
Nice.
Yeah, I have some lights and stuff too for evening running, but like still like by myself. So
right. But it's still like such a risk.
It should be okay, but also could be murdered. So
I used to go like early in the morning and it would be somewhat dark, and I would also sometimes get myself stuck like in the dark. But since I've had kids, I'm a lot more careful about that than I used to be. Like I used to just be like, meh. But now I'm, can't do that anymore. But yeah. We will definitely we'll check those out. We'll put the links in the show notes if anybody else wants to check them out as well. So thank you. Also 50K is a lot. One day, Mike was randomly like, God, I forget what it was, because it was like months ago, but he was like, fuck. It was just like, oh, hey, what's up? And I was like, nothing. He was like, I ran a 50K this morning.
What is that? Like, how many miles is that? I can't even is that a marathon? What is that?
It's around 30. A 26 mile, like a marathon, is 42K. So then 8K, like 10K is 6.2 miles. Anyway, it's something around 30. I can't remember.
Later say it was a mistake. I was like, yeah, it sounds
insane.
But power to you people that can do that, because that's super awesome. And if I could, I would.
Someday, dude, the cool thing about 50Ks is that technically anything that's over 26.2 miles is an ultra marathon. Technically, it's past marathon. So like you can run, you don't have to run 100K to say that you've run an ultra marathon. So I think that's pretty cool. But right now I'm just like working on getting back to like 3 miles again, running conditions.
Yep.
Okay, so checking back in with the chat. Lori says, you've just set off my Alexa. Alexa! Alexa, play the broadcast. Brian says we need a nickname for the chat. The broad chat needs something more clever.
Oh my God, Brian, like Brian Kuling?
Oh, I don't know. There's 2 Brians in the chat.
There is.
Wait a second.
My goodness.
I didn't even see that.
Brian Kuling, make yourself known.
Does he want you to say his full first and last name?
I don't know. Too late. Did it. It's out in the world now.
I have to go find this part in the show and put like a beep in it.
Yeah, right.
Brian, beep. If you don't want your full name in there and that is in fact you, please let us know so I can go and do that.
Yep. Real journalistic integrity here. We really.
No, good times. Everybody take a drink. Or 2. Brian,
bouncing.
Brian, I think you're gonna have to text me the link, or because it's redacted in the chat, and I am not in the Jane Jack one here to like unredact it. So sorry. Mandy says, apologies, everyone. I was drinking when I found that article and I sent it. But what were you drinking? Were you drinking moonshine?
Oh.
Scott says, does it bother anybody else that Dan and Didn't Do have never been in the same place at once? Does make
a lot of sense.
Everybody has switched to headphones now so that Alexa can't play us. Matt says his full name is Brian Didn't Do My Johnson.
Damn it.
Wait, hold on. I just skipped a whole bunch. Sorry. Well, I just skipped a whole bunch of things here. I'm the worst. That makes so much more sense now. Oh, I walked 60 miles in 3 days for Susan G. Corman. That's awesome,
Wow.
Annie. A beginner's guide says you're welcome. Who is this beginner's guide?
Good question.
That's Dan. That's Dan's picture, I think.
Dan?
I think so. It looks like his picture in the little itty bitty thing.
Oh, maybe. It's really small on my screen, so I can't.
That is totally him.
And he purposefully misspelt your, so.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Dan giveaway.
Dan giveaway. Brian says, a sober reminder that all the women in our lives are constantly performing safety assessments that we men rarely ever consider. Kayla says, amen. Janie said, Mandy, my cousin, did something like that over the weekend in San Diego. Okay, everybody's still mad at me about Alexa. Alexa, play the broadcast again. That is Brian. If again, I haven't gotten down this far. Oh, no, we'll figure out how to spell it. Cool. I don't have to beep you. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Okay, so dart farting.
Sure.
This is professional dart world rocked by allegations of heinous farts. Vice.com. This is what Brian was talking about. Okay. The quote here is, it'll take me 2 nights to lose this smell from my nose. Late last week, some of the greatest players in the strange, enduringly popular world of professional darts converged in England for the final stretch of a huge international tournament. The stakes were high. The prize money was $140,000. So it was a pretty big deal when one player accused his rival of an atrocious, potentially game-altering offense, ripping a bunch of god-awful farts. Apparently, after this one guy, Gary, beat Wesley blamed his loss on a fragrant smell that he said came from his opponent, repeatedly letting out rancid stinkers. It's taken me 2 nights to lose this smell from my nose, he said. And then it says, apparently then, just to sum up the last of this article, they played the whoever smelt it dealt it game. Because Gary then turned around and said that Wesley was the one that farted. He was 1,010% confident that it was Wesley that had farted, not him. You can put your finger up my arse. There'll be no smell there. Gary told him. Told
works.
I thought that he had taken a shit. And I went, that's dirty. It was I'm out. See, I don't need to talk about my kids because anyway, so the British media has been portraying this as Fartgate, but we have totally trademarked this. And then finally, the last quote is, Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself. And this is from Gary. If I had farted and it smelled like that, I'd put my hands up and go, sorry. Okay. So, that's an awesome fart gate. And then speaking of Mike's first part of the email about the basic black, I did want to mention that there was a Texas race in which there were 19 black women running for judge, and all 19 of them won.
Awesome.
Or I'm sorry, all 19 black women who ran for various judicial seats in Harris County won their races, marking the single biggest victory for black women in the county's history. So yeah.
Awesome.
There's that. Cool. All right. Moving on. Let's finish this up. We have that email from JP still, but he's not here anymore, so we can wait.
We'll save it.
Let's finish up with Andy's virginity. Then I want to read real quick that that thing that Shandy sent us earlier. And Shandy, we can actually all take turns on this, and it's holiday cards for your racist relatives.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. and then we can get the hell out of here.
Yes, special Broadsgiving themed. Yeah. Okay, so we have an update from This Week in Andy's Virginity. He writes in, "Hey Broads, unfortunately not as big an update as I was hoping last week, so y'all don't need to chug a six-pack. Alice and I are still talking, but haven't been able to meet it up again. Of course, the busy holiday season throws a wrench into that, but maybe we can hang out for an hour over coffee again before the year's out. Happy Broadsgiving. Thank you for listening to another year of ups and downs as I try to find someone. It's nice to have some feedback for my thoughts, and I think it has helped. I spend a good amount of time wondering how a prospective partner will react to me telling them about my inexperience, and I think emailing the show has made me more confident that they'll understand. May you and the listeners have a happy Thanksgiving with all the people they care about, and if they don't live in America and or don't celebrate Thanksgiving, have a nice Thursday. Hashtag I'm with hers, Andy."
Nice.
Happy Broadsgiving, Andy.
Happy Broadsgiving.
And Thanksgiving.
And
yeah. All the givings.
Yeah. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
All the givings.
All the givings.
All right, checking in with the chat again real quick. Stop. Okay, everybody really wants me to stop saying the A word, so I'll stop saying Alexa. Oh my God, I'm so annoying. I'm sorry. Okay, so we will have to actually really finish up this show with a couple of racist holiday cards. I'm sorry, holiday cards for your racist holiday cards for your racist relatives. Shandy, do you want to kick it off?
All right. So the first one, this is by Ryan Weber, by the way. The first one has a
these, yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes. First one has a picture of pie, pumpkin pie, and it says, "Thanks for inviting me to Thanksgiving. I love holiday dinners at your house, listening to you rant about immigrants wanting free handouts right after you praise the pilgrims, all while Fox News blares endlessly in the background. But Trump just declared a travel ban on liberals, so I can't make it this year. My deepest regrets."
Amanda, you're up.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful to have you for a relative, but every time you post some racist meme on Facebook, I feel self-righteous and woke without actually doing anything to combat systemic racism.
True. That was kind of... Happy Hanukkah. It's the most festive international Jewish conspiracy. I heard George Soros pays for Hanukkah.
Right.
Rejoice. in the birth of a poor, brown-skinned foreign refugee who preached against wealth and religious hypocrisy until he was killed by a military superpower.
Oh,
Sick burn.
burn.
Santa sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you're calling the cops on black teenagers walking through your neighborhood on a random Thursday afternoon. So be good for goodness sake.
When you hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you probably side with Blitzen. He claimed that Rudolph only got to lead Santa's sleigh because of North Pole affirmative action policies favoring Red-Nosed Reindeer. This is also a teaser/spoiler alert for the one-off holiday special Fartgate that is coming your way.
Ooh, a holiday special Fartgate, huh?
For the patrons.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I'm really glad that the universe decided to put this one next in the rotation because it was my favorite. It's a picture of like the nativity scene with like the wise men and everything. This card journeyed from afar to gift you a warm holiday feeling. But please don't get offended by these images of black men kneeling.
Oh, so good.
Oh man, the next one too.
Oh man. Oh, okay. All right. Seems like you're dreaming too fondly about a white Christmas, Aunt Mildred.
Oh. Also, Ed the Creepy Man has entered the chat just in time for these racist holiday cards.
Perfect. All right. We got one more?
Yeah, I'll finish up. Happy New Year. Just so you know, it's now 2019, not 1953.
Truth. Oh, those were great. Good find.
Woo, I gotta say, some of them actually did make me uncomfortable because of how true they are.
Yeah. I do want to say thank you to my friend Megan for sending that to me. I didn't actually find it by myself.
Well, thanks, Megan. It was a good find.
Yeah.
All right. I think that about wraps it up for us for the live Broadsgiving. Before we go and we do all the usual announcements, do you guys want to say what you're thankful for this year?
Shandy, you go first. I need to think about it.
Frank has entered the chat also.
Hello, Frank.
Oh, my good friend Frank from France. My good friend Frank from America.
I've been waiting for this for such an occasion.
Oh, nice. He is watching Room 104. Have you guys ever seen Room 104?
No, but
I've seen promos for it, though.
Okay, it's very strange.
Yeah, looks strange.
The episode that he watched looks particularly strange.
Oh boy.
Cool. Is that what you're thankful for?
I am thankful that Frank is now an American citizen. And I am thankful, like for the usual, like health and all things considered, like I'm still okay. My people are still okay. I got to see Rupi Kaur this year. And I'm thankful that it's almost 2019 because I have this theory. Odd years are better than even years. So
But you and me are big fans of the even numbers.
I always have been a big fan of the even numbers, but I'm looking back at like the last few years. I think there's something about the odd numbers. I might be a convert.
I think there's just something about the last few years.
Well, that too. But you know what? We could use all the positivity we could get. So I'm going with Shandy's theory. And the odd number year is going to be better than this year because this year was a little,
I'm pretty sure that Mueller time might happen, though, soon.
We'll see.
Well, 2019 is soon. So
true.
Still proves the theory.
All right. Amanda, what are you thankful for, or do you need me to go?
Yeah, go ahead. You can go. I swear, I am a lucky person. I had a good year. I don't know why this is so hard.
Brian says, I'm thankful for my family and the community of people that I have in my ...
Life?
Oh my God, is this Mad Libs?
It is Mad Libs. Fill the blank. Choose
That I
your own
have in my
life that makes these crazy times bearable.
yes.
Oh,
Rose says, I'm thankful for my Jane Jack friends and finally getting to meet some in person. Yay, meetup weekend. I'm thankful for that
that
too.
was a highlight. That was a
Yeah.
highlight.
Yeah. I'm super thankful that I got to meet Shandy in person finally. Well, no, the first thing I'm thankful for is my family and that everybody's healthy and Alex, fits right in. I don't even remember what it was like without him. As Amanda has seen, it is utter chaos in my house while they're both awake.
Oh, it's the best kind, though.
I mean, they're, everybody's running around in a different direction and fighting over toys now. And yeah, so no, I'm so grateful that, we have life is good. Like, and I'm very glad that I have finally gotten to a point where I can say that out loud and not feel afraid that saying it out loud is going to make it all go away tomorrow.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I'm a lucky lady. So
Nice.
I am, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Thankful
I like that.
for a husband that lets me use and allegedly fart in his studio. If you're a patron, you'll get that. Hashtag August Rantcast.
Nice. Yeah, I guess I'm thankful for all the things we've already mentioned. I got to meet Shandy in person twice this year. I got to see Colleen. I got to see you, 2-3 times this year? That's the most times I think I've seen you in a calendar year in several years. So that's really great. Yeah, I guess not to get too sentimental, but I think I am grateful that I keep getting another day. I keep getting a tomorrow, and I keep getting an opportunity to be a little better. So
Here.
that's I'm grateful for more tomorrows.
Me too.
Very nice.
All right. So to finish this up, here is our holiday schedule. As you all know, we release our episodes on Friday, or so we try. Our last episode of 2018 will be released on December 14th, recorded on December 11th. We are going to take the next couple of weeks off because Tuesday, the week of the 18th, actually, I'm going to release that bloopers episode that I keep teasing. That is still totally going to happen, and that will be out probably on the 20th or the 21st of December. Then the following 2 weeks are Christmas and New Year's Day, so we will not be recording, but we will be back on recording on January 8th. Oh my God, we should record on January 9th because it'll be 1919.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
I could do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
I know. It'd only be more perfect if it was episode like 319, but it's not. But this is episode 320, episode 110. I never said that at the beginning, but there you go. For all those keep track. So yes, that is our holiday schedule. We are also hoping to do another crossover with the Real Weird Sisters in the new year.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We'll have more information. And now that I said it, I have ensured that it will in fact be a thing. Not like all the other things that I say is a thing that never actually happened. But now I've said the In the Dark thing is going to happen next week. Though it's got to.
It's got to.
Yeah, it's got to.
That will also be a thing. And I forgot to mention this, things that we're thankful for, but like we are all very grateful for the community and for everybody out there in the chat and everybody that's listening right now, because that just makes it so much more worth it. Like in general, we'd probably still be here hanging out and talking to each other, but it's awesome that we have never had a week go by where we haven't had feedback. And
I know.
Yeah, that's something to be grateful for sure.
Statistically impossible, like for a little show like us, like it's a podcast anomaly. So thank you guys so much.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell your friends about us or leave us an iTunes review for Christmas or Thanksgiving. We would super love that. I noticed the other day that we actually had at least three new iTunes reviews, which were awesome. So thank you so much to I Miss Sydney, Ash. I think it's Ashley. I won't read the full name because we've already doxed one person today. And
sorry, I don't know. I'm just dumb, guys. I just don't know.
And to Drake, who quotes Amanda in his review saying, if you're going to leave a 1 star, don't even bother. Go do something else.
That does seem like something I would say.
I stand by that.
I stand by it. Please give us a 4 or more stars.
Yes. But thank you all so much, though. And, Team Universe. On that note, thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to become a patron, you can do so at patreon.com/JandJack, or you can go to jandjack.com and click on the Become a Patrons link at the top. Stay tuned, because now that we've also just teased this super whatever December show, now that's a thing that also has to happen. So definitely become a patron.
Speaking truth to power.
And if you are a patron,
we should title it.
What'd you say?
We should title it "This Super December Whatever Show."
If you're a patron and you'd like to become, participate in the Patron Secret Santa this year, the link is out and available. So if anybody is out there and like do that, a reminder to go and do that. We're going to be drawing names next Tuesday, the 27th. I think that's the date. So get on that, everybody. That's what she said. And thank you to the patrons that contribute at a certain level. And that would be Ed, the creepy mailman, who is in the chat right now. Maggie the Magnificent, who hangs out with that ass man JP. Eckhart Rickner, Tack from Tokyo, and Joanne with a Plan. Thanks, guys, so much. Holiday shopping's coming up. Black Friday when you're listening to this. Cyber Monday is on Monday the 26th. So if you are doing any of the shopping through Amazon, if you could do so through our affiliates link, that would make it rain Amazon change this this season. No, but seriously, if you could, that helps everybody out in the network too. And that is janejack.com/Amazon. And then finally, if you want to pick up a sweet Team Universe, Team Science mug, or a sticker, or anything from any of the other shows on the network, you can go to janejack.com/store. All right.
On that note,
thanks for playing, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Broadsgiving. My name is Colleen.
My name is Amanda.
And I'm Shandy.
Peace out. Peace, love, and pie.
Peace, love, and pie.
Episode title.
Yeah.
Love it. Yes.
All the pie. Try to get a 1 pie to person ratio.
I still love pie.
I will always love pie.
Yes. All the pie 2.0.
All the pie 2.0.
All the pie.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.